Do you want to become a faster runner? You probably do. And probably the best way to become a faster runner, a runner that can post faster finishing times, is to simply improve your ability to run more, to improve your endurance, to do workouts that improve your aerobic capacity, your aerobic fitness. Why? Well, most runners are actually most handicapped by their endurance. And if we think about it, most of us are capable of running pretty fast, but the amount of time that we can run pretty fast can sometimes be short. If we want to run fast for longer periods of time, that's an endurance issue. And if we can improve our endurance and boost all of those skills related to our aerobic capacity, we're going to become much faster runners. So what I want to do in this video is talk about the best workouts for building your endurance. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the somewhat easier types of workouts. So if you're a beginner, these are the endurance workouts to start with. And every workout's going to get a little bit more challenging, a little bit more complex, and then we'll move into workouts that are great for more advanced runners. Let's get started with our first endurance-oriented workout, the hill circuit. Hill circuits can really be run in so many different ways. You are not really constrained by much of anything. You can change the grade of the hill, the length of the hill, the amount of recovery that you get, and also different types of hills. If you live in a hilly area, one of my favorite workouts to do, and one that I used as I was getting ready for my senior year of cross country when I was at Connecticut College, was this type of hill circuit. I found an area where I could run up two different hills that were slightly different. One was a trail hill that was a little bit more technical, and the other was a road hill that was a little bit longer and steeper. And for 30 minutes, all I did was run up and down these different hills. No different pacing, no different effort at all, either on the uphills or the downhills. I simply wanted to get comfortable on very hilly terrain. This is a great beginner workout just to get comfortable on different grades. And if you're new to elevation changes and to running on vertical surfaces, this is a great workout to try. Now we can also make this hill circuit a little bit more challenging by running steady on the uphills. So not necessarily a hard effort, but maybe something close to your half marathon or marathon race pace. A little faster than your easy pace, but not too hard. And then we're gonna treat the downhills as a nice, easy recovery. And in this way, we are bridging the gap between running all those hills at an easy effort and then doing a more structured, formal hill workout. By doing a circuit this way, by running a little bit faster on the uphills, maintaining your recovery on the downhills, this is a great in-between workout. You're gonna build your aerobic fitness and endurance with not just the running that you're doing, but also the harder uphill running, and it has a great side benefit of giving you lots of strength. Let's move on to workout number 2. This is a classic, and in fact, the tempo run is what I consider to be the number one most valuable type of workout for endurance runners. If you're training for the 2-mile or the 50-mile ultramarathon, the tempo run is what is going to be one of the best workouts for building your endurance. And that's because tempo runs are run at your lactate threshold. Lactate threshold is just a fancy exercise physiology term for the effort level where you are straddling that line between running aerobically, in other words, an easy effort with oxygen, and anaerobically, that hard running where you are running on borrowed time. You are producing so much lactate and exercise byproducts that sooner or later, you're gonna have to slow down. Tempo runs are run right in the middle, that nice in-between pace that a lot of coaches will describe as comfortably hard. Or if you're into heart rate training, it's probably about 85 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. Tempo runs increase your ability to run aerobically. And the faster you can run with oxygen, the faster your performances are going to be. All right, we're getting a little bit more complicated now, a little bit more challenging. We started with hill circuits, we moved to the classic tempo run. Now we're gonna move to our next more challenging workout, and these are longer marathon paced efforts. While they are slower than the tempo run, you do actually have to know what your marathon pace might be, and you're going to do it for a longer time period than a tempo run. A lot of marathon-paced runs can be in the 7 to 10 mile range. So after a warm-up, you're going to have 7 to 10 miles of running at goal marathon pace, and then you have a cool down. So first, before you even attempt this workout, we have to be comfortable running at least 9 to 10 miles. So you can see that this workout is really only capable for those runners who have built up their endurance and their capacity for running more mileage to a level where they can actually run 10 to 15 miles and have a workout in there. Our fourth endurance-oriented workout that's going to help you boost your aerobic capacity are long run workouts. Yes, we can do both. We can do a workout within a long run. Now, a lot of the times these long runs might be slightly shorter than your typical long run. So if you're used to running 16 to 18 miles for your long run, these long run workouts might be, say, 14 or 15 miles. And they usually include some type of faster running in there, whether it's a long period of time running at marathon pace, some shorter time periods run at half marathon pace, or you could actually insert a fartlek workout or other race-paced intervals into your long run. Now, the key is to not run intervals much faster than about 10K race pace, because if you do, you are really going to put yourself in a very, very stressful situation. And while these workouts can be done, they're very, very advanced, and only for those athletes who are incredibly performance-oriented and who understand their bodies enough to be able to go do these very difficult workouts. But for most of us, anything from 10K pace to marathon pace, those are great paces to include in our long runs for different types of workouts. You might run 10 miles at marathon pace, 5 miles at half marathon pace, or do a series of intervals, like let's say 3 times a mile at your goal 10K race pace after you've already run for, say, 10 miles. These are still aerobic workouts for most of us, and they are going to push up on your ability to run faster while still staying aerobic, that's the key, and really improving our endurance. Now, we are starting to get into more advanced workouts. And so if you're not already comfortable running a certain mileage level at an easy effort, you're certainly not going to be ready to do it with some sort of faster race-paced or other type of interval within the long run. So when in doubt, first do it at an easy effort, then you can start layering in some quality running into your long runs. All right, now we're moving into our most challenging, our most difficult endurance-oriented workout. Please don't attempt this if you are not a fairly advanced runner. This is what's called a lactate clearance tempo run. Lactate clearance tempo runs are just like normal tempo runs, except they include intervals within them with no rest. Yes, it's diabolical. I remember this workout fondly from my college years. We would do this during track. It was one of the most challenging workouts that we would do that was somewhat still in the base phase of training. And the lactate clearance tempo run is done as follows. We would do it as a 5-mile tempo run where the final 200 meters of each mile is done at your 5K race pace. So you will essentially run almost a mile at your normal tempo pace, speed up for about 30 to 45 seconds at your 5K race pace. Then you would slow down to what is your normal tempo pace. So there's almost like a fartlek or a surge within the tempo run. And if you do one of these surges, maybe from 30 seconds to a minute, every 1 to 2 kilometers or so, this is a wonderful workout of improving your lactate threshold. That line where you're gonna run between your anaerobic and aerobic levels. What this workout does is dip your toe in that anaerobic side of the equation so that your body gets more practice buffering that lactate, clearing it out of your muscles and your bloodstream, which is just what's going to happen when you're in a race. When you start going anaerobic, when you start kicking and you want to finish strong in that race, this is exactly the physiological skill that you have to develop to do this. So there we have it, guys. 5 endurance-oriented workouts that are going to help you improve your aerobic capacity, improve your ability to run more, and ultimately get a lot faster. If you found value in this video, I would so appreciate a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any. We usually publish 1 or 2 videos every single week.